Hello friends, today we're going to look at play markers. These markers are especially designed for quick and easy painting of tabletop miniatures, your game pieces, and even vast armies. There are 34 colors in line, including 6 metallic colors. Also available, colored theme packs containing 6 colors each. Let's check out some of the features. This has a long brush with a fine tip point for precise work, or we can use the edge of the brush for quick coverage of larger areas. On initial use, we'll need to load the brush with color, and for this, there is a button at the rear of the marker. Simply pump that a number of times until the paint flows to the brush tip itself. And just as simple and quick as that, we're ready to start painting. But what happens if the paint dries out because we forgot to put the cap back on at the end of our painting session? No problem. Simply take the brush, dip it into a little bit of clean water, moisten the tip of the brush, and it reactivates the paint, and we can continue painting just as usual. And while we're talking about the paint itself, it offers high coverage, it's very durable, fast drying, and perfect adhesion over plastic, metal, and resin. For this first example, we'll just use a part of one of the miniatures, just the weapon hand. And because the paints are fast drying, I'm able to move through this project very quickly. Taking full advantage of the colors offered within this range, I'll start off with a darker color on the hand and then add some subtle highlights using some of the lighter colors of green. The precision offered from the fine point tip allows me to do some outlining and shadowing. And one other nice feature of these paints is that you are able to blend the colors of the markers directly on the surface. In this case, I'm coming back in using the gunmetal and a silver color to add highlight and visual interest to this nasty looking spiked ball. In this next example, we'll paint out one of these game elements, this wicked looking skull, this mechanical skull and crossbones. And during the process, we'll take full advantage of the ability to blend our colors directly on the surface of the piece itself. I'll begin with orange as an undercoat, as my first layer, and then over top, I'll start adding the beige color. And I'll go back and forth between the beige color and the orange color, wet blending directly onto the surface to add highlights, shadows, and visual interest. Metallic effects are added using the gunmetal color. And on those mechanical knives, well, I wanted to add some rust and grime, and for this, I dip my tip of the brush into some water and it creates a nice flow, almost like a wash, and I'm able to get very translucent layers of paint. I can go back over the top of that, one paint over another, blend them together to create rust type effects. And then as a final touch, I'll take some silver paint just along some of those sharper edges just to brighten them up and really make them glisten and look all that much more menacing. I hope you've enjoyed this overview of play markers and the potential they have for your own projects.